I can already hear some of you in the comments of my last video. You can't say that about people. You can call them narcissists. In this case, I absolutely am, because I actually have firsthand experience with this. How could I possibly have firsthand experience with this? It's because my mother, the narcissist, also played psychic. She also played psychic. I think it was just after the split with my dad, or just before. My mom woke up one day and basically said that her dead father-in-law had come to her in a dream and told her to watch the grapes of wrath, and that she was a psychic and she was gonna help people. And then shit just got wilder and weirder from there. My mother, a woman who sat in a house full of filth and rot and let her child get sick in that house, she all of a sudden thought that she was the messenger of God. She started saying God was coming to her in dreams, Jesus was coming to her. She was sitting with Jesus and he was telling her all the secrets of the universe, including secrets about aliens, which, yeah, the aliens eventually showed up. And then after that, she actually opened up a psychic practice where she was giving psychic readings to people all over the world. She was giving psychic readings to a friend of the Dalai Lama at one point, someone who's like on the news, who's on TV in America. Anyway, it was the most absurd thing I'd seen, because these people would come to her and they would listen to her. Some of them would even hire her. She would go, she wouldn't like do drives for my like rugby games or anything like that, but she would go drive over an hour away into the city to go and sit in these little like seance circles where people would come and bring her money and tributes, and they would give her things and they would ask her questions, and she would talk to their spirit guide. And then she would get in the car and scream at me all the way home, or she would go home and sit in a house full of waste with the animals that she hoarded and the animal shit on the counters, and just like eat cheeseburgers and ho-hos and watch, you know, Jerry Springer type shows until she fell asleep in the filth. She was telling people what to do with their finances and their relationships, and meanwhile, she had none of those things. She could do none of those things for herself. She couldn't even go and take a class to get a real job. Like, she wouldn't do it. People offered to take care of me. People offered to give her money to pay for the classes, to pay for her to go and get a degree. She was offered work where people were like, we'll pay for you to come in here and work in this vet, and we'll get you a vet tech certification. None of that. She wanted to sit and be told how special and awesome she was. And she genuinely believed she was so important that she alone was getting messages from God that were going to save the world. But she couldn't even take care of her mental health. She wouldn't even go to therapy. Instead, she would scream and yell. Oh, what did she do to me my senior year? Oh, she kicked me out of the house. She kicked me out of the car on a dirt road one time. My psychic mother, this enlightened spiritual woman. That's how it is with these people. It doesn't truly matter about helping people. It's just all about them, their ego, and being on that pedestal, getting that huge, huge supply of people going, oh, wow, you're the most special person in the world. And then behind the scenes, they're calling their kids names, they're deceiving people, they're manipulating people, abusing people, and living in a state of either emotional or material rot. Because you don't do the work when you think you're the biggest brain in the room.